I've had a lot of requests about, hey, Brian, are you being a hypocrite on the shirt? So I'm just going to go over this. If I have to go over it again after this, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to show you something. This is the back end of my Spreadshirt page that controls my store. And from my understanding through Spreadshirt, Teespring's a little bit different. So if you have Teespring, you have more control over what products you have in your store. Mine happens to be, I'm just putting out designs and the person can enter the Spreadshirt store and put my design on any product that they want. So they have a choice. So let me show you. And they give you an option on what to put in your store. I don't know why they give you this option and then not follow through with it. So look, if I press edit, you can see what I allow in my store. And there's nowhere on there where it's got ritualistic shame muzzles. Now somebody could go, well, that's what a bandana is. You can use a bandana for whatever you want to, okay? So I don't offer ritualistic shame muzzles, but if you go to my store on the front end, not on the back end, there's a header up on top of my store. It's my design store. That's all it is, not products. I don't offer the products they do. And you'll see that these are just, it's a header that's embedded in the Spreadshirt design, the Spreadshirt website. By the way, I just noticed this just now. Only 4 days left, 20% off of everything in the store, and there's a redeem coupon. So if you want 20% off, I guess this is something Spreadshirt's offering. So if you hover over accessories and you go to face coverings, even though I don't offer them, people who are customers on the Spreadshirt site can get ritualistic shame muzzles. And sure enough, if you click on it, and the accusation was made by a certain person or certain people that, no, you had to design that for this particular item. No, you don't. It's a square. Let me go one step back right here. Discard changes. See, you just put it. It's a square design, and you can actually enlarge or shrink and put multiple designs on whatever. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just trying to show you. I didn't design it for a bandana or a shirt or a hat or a mug or a ritualistic shame muzzle. So you can actually go here, and you can actually customize it, and you can go to designs, and let's go to Truth Matters. You can put Truth Matters on there. You can get rid of this one right here. You can get rid of that one right there. You can put the Truth Matters thing on there, and you size it yourself. What you're doing is you're buying the design from me and putting my design or anybody's design on whatever product you want. I'm not offering the masks. I showed that. I don't even know how to be more transparent. I'm showing you that, look, here's Sanford shithole, edit, and you can see that I went through, it took me hours to go through every one of these and get rid of all the ritualistic shame muzzles. Why did they give people who are part of Spreadshirt the option to do this, when if you go on the front end that they can choose what product they want or don't want anyway? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. It seems strange to me that anybody can go get whatever they want to. The next thing I wanted to tell you is I did call Spreadshirt and I asked them, hey, can you take that option down? How about we just eliminate the face coverings option altogether? Even if you get rid of bandanas, I don't care. I just don't want them in my store. The guy goes, I don't think it's possible. I'll look into it and I'll call you back. Well, that's been what, 5 or 6 days ago now? I tried. I've been called a liar because I promised they wouldn't be up in the store. I don't have anything to do with it. And as far as I'm concerned, this is the free market. You can get a ritualistic shame muzzle if you want to. You can roll up your sleeves and get a VAXX if you want to. Do whatever you want to, as long as you don't force it on somebody else. So there's that right there. And people requested that I show them and prove to them, hey man, this make sure you're not being a hypocrite. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I understand it looks bad. When I constantly call this thing a ritualistic shame muzzle, and there's a context in which it ceases to be a ritualistic shame muzzle. Because when I say it's a ritualistic shame muzzle, I'm talking about the mentality, the sheep-like mentality of why are you wearing this? Almost all throughout the summer of, what was it, 2018, the summer of 2018, fall of 2018, and the spring and summer of 2019, I was tearing out walls and insulation and all that kind of stuff. I wore an N95 mask probably 8 hours, 10 hours a day, ripping out drywall and stuffed particles that I didn't want in my lungs. Why are you doing what you're doing? Well, I did it because I wanted to keep known particles out of my lungs. Other people are doing it because they're trying to keep something out of their lungs that they learned exists through fake stream media, CIA infiltrated Operation Mockingbird, MK Ultra media, to be exact, and government sources. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why didn't you do that during 15% case fatality rate TB or 25 to 90% case fatality rate Ebola, supposedly, or SARS, MERS, H1N1, bird flu, swine flu? Why didn't you do it that? Oh, that's right, because they didn't tell you to. It's all about the attitude. It's all about your mentality. It's all about why are you doing it? Why are you doing what you're doing? And as far as the I don't even know why I'm explaining myself on this one, but as far as the World Economic Forum, the World Demonic Forum, it should be self-explanatory. I've been accused of, you're promoting 666. Okay, you can look at it that way. That's fine. Trish has taught me a lot of stuff, even though when we have conversations, and she'll testify to this, probably 60, 70% of the time I have a conversation with her and she puts me on blast very gently, and I'm resistant to it. And I put up my defenses, and you can't be right, doggone it. She gives me a different perspective. Every human being you encounter in this life is going to have a perspective, and there's a high probability that perspective, that belief, that mindset won't be yours. Are you okay with that? Honestly, sometimes I'm not. I'm like, no, you got to see things my way right now. It's only one way. It's black and white. And then somebody comes along like Trish, and she goes, have you considered some nuance? Do you understand what gray issues are, Brian? And I'm sitting here talking to you and joking to you, about this. But, sometimes things get heated, not because of her, but because of me. Sometimes I become resistance because, you get set in your ways, and it's like, I don't want to be told what to do. You can't possibly, I know more about this than you do. But then eventually you come around, right, babe? Yes. So, there are going to be different perspectives. We are human beings. We're going to have a different outlook, a different upbringing, a different mentality, a different reason for doing what we're doing, for saying what we've said. And we're also going to make mistakes. We could literally be on the same exact page, believing the same exact things, but when a miscommunication happens and all of a sudden it's like the gloves are off. Come on, man. Come on. So this World Demonic Forum, I'm not pushing 666. I don't believe in Satanism or any of that kind of stuff. This is to expose what I believe, and you can come up with objective things to bolster your assertion, and other people go, well, I just kind of disagree with you. To me, it's a little bit 666-ish. In other words, trying to control a whole bunch of people, World Economic Forum, by saying, we're going to initiate the Great Reset. You will own nothing, and you will be happy, while we, the billionaires and trillionaire class, will own everything. To me, it's a little bit different when the World Economic Forum teams up with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, otherwise known as the Gil and Melinda Bates Foundation, and the Johns Hopkins University Fear Porn Death Map numbers for Event 201, where they hatch out the very plan that we see unfolding before our very eyes. That's a little demonic. In other words, evil-minded. They're trying to control and manipulate a whole bunch of people. That's the thought behind the World Demonic Forum. Is that Brian Young pushing? That Brian Young's pushing 666. And another thing too is numbers, when you get right down to it, are just numbers. Can a class of people and a group of people and a society of people use numbers to try to convey a dark demonic message? For example, when the Pizzagate thing happened, and then a bunch of people were exposing it, and that there was this FBI crime database website where people went, oh, look, these are pedo. I'm trying to be careful with my words here. These are pedo symbols. And you got the triangle, like infinity ring, for man boy love association and all that kind of stuff. Do these people use these symbols to convey evil messages to their fellow brethren? Yes. Do they cover their eye? Is there something to all these superstars, all these rock stars, all these pop artists, and these Hollywood Muppets covering one eye? Yeah, it seems like there's something to that. Or promoting black goo, or the Masonic Illuminati checkerboard symbol, or any one of the, the symbols that they can use. Is there something to that? Yes, there sure looks like there's something to that for me. Spreading message of the secret society that have nefarious goals to try to overtake the world and, co-opt the money supply and bring us all to a one world digital currency so that they can control the time and value of our laboring energies. Yeah, there is something to that. I really think there is something to that. A case can be made for it, but a case can also be made for, is the number 33 and 32 and 777 and 666 really anything? Now, the believing in the Bible from Revelation chapter 13 will say, heck yeah, man, it's the number, it's a number of a man, and that man is the Antichrist, and that Antichrist is going to take over the world. 666 is evil. Well, then I would just ask, okay, that's your perspective. I don't share that perspective, but maybe we can have a sound, logical, calm conversation. Is that perspective the right perspective? Because here's the way I look at it. 660, 661, 662, 663, 664, 665. No problem there. But all of a sudden, the hammer falls with 666. It's magical. And that's why I'm not trying to rib anybody, guys, but I am trying to, the way I look at this 333, I've got this 333 symbol on the new design in the store. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Because the superstitious fear of numbers is irrational. What I'm trying to accomplish with this is not necessarily to rib anybody or to minimize the fact that people do use this number to convey evil messages to their fellow evil society members and, in an attempt to control the rest of us. Not to minimize any of that, but to realize, hey, let's stop being superstitious about freaking numbers. Let's whiff the smelling salts of reality and realize it's really just a number like the number 29 or the number 31 or the number 37 or the number 777 or 666. The bottom line is, what's your motive in using it? Now, it was suggested. No, it wasn't suggested. The accusation was launched outright before everybody by a certain YouTube channel the other day, that because I used the number 33 the other day in a before and after Instagram post from 4 years ago, when I was 50 years old, I had a picture from 17 to 50, and it was like a before and after picture. And I just said two things that I've learned. Number one, kindness, whatever it was, the two things that I said. Well, 50 minus 17 is 33. So I said 33 years ago. And that was confirmation enough for in the minds of people, not just this guy, but a whole lot of people in his audience, that I am all of a sudden not only a Freemason, but I have submitted to the Masonic rites and I'm full on in the Brotherhood. That's ridiculous. That's no proof at all. That's believing in magic. That's believing in fiction. That's promoting silliness. And the end result of that is slander. It's literally slander. 33 is nothing. 1 is nothing but a number. You can assign value to it if you want to. And a lot of people have. They've painted themselves in a corner and they've cemented themselves into this mindset of, oh my God, there's 33. He must be a Mason. And people actually believe that. You know what? I was wearing a shirt similar to this. It had the same design on it. When I was talking to that individual on that YouTube channel, which, by the way, I had nothing personal against. I wish I could have another conversation with them. I would do it totally different. I blew it. Okay. I blew it. If somebody wants to claim that he won, fine. I'll give you that. He sure did. I lost my cool. I was not focused. I was not understanding. I was not compassionate. I didn't act kind. I interrupted a gazillion times. There's so many things that I did wrong on that. All right, let's take the knocks of life and try to build a better person for them. Because isn't that all about what it's all about? Is becoming a better person inside, not just for an outward display or show to everybody. Look how righteous Brian is. Not about that, but about truly wanting to be that righteous person who judges with proper discernment and right judgment. We can all learn from each other. I can still learn from that guy. Probably won't be tuning into his stuff, but that could change too. So, about this shirt right here, somebody pointed out that there's a three stars and 3 stars. That they took this symbol as I'm Illuminati Freemasonry confirmed, because there's 3 and 3. That's 33. Oh, that's just a slick way of showing the world. You know, making those hand signs, covering that eye, making the triangle, holding your hand a certain way. Anybody can fall by that kind of standard. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. So that's why I put the 33 design up there. Not so much to mock people, but to desensitize them from their programming of seeing a ghost behind every tree. It's kind of like why I open carry as opposed to the tactically superior conceal carry. I open carry so I can resensitize or desensitize, however you want to put it, the programming from mainstream media about you should be scared of an inanimate object. That thing could literally jump off the shelf and do your entire family in. I want them to associate my firearm with having a great time with Trish, a smiling face, a good attitude, a warm shake of the hand, looking in the eye. Hey, that person's normal and he's got a gun. Whoa, there's something I don't understand here. So in a sense, this is to desensitize, resensitize, or deprogram people from looking at a ghost behind every number when there may not be. Could there be? Yes. A person could be wearing 33 or a Masonic symbol to, you know, send out a silent message to the people in the Brotherhood for nefarious purposes. No, I don't have any doubt about that. Trot Golfer says, Brian, you took the oath to our club 2 weeks ago. Don't you remember? I know. So I hope that makes sense, guys. And I'm not trying, God, I don't want to be mean-spirited about it and turn around and do this and add to the badness of the world. I don't want to do that. So hope that's clear, guys.